What is up, everybody? Round 2, double feature today with my guy, Mando. What's up, representing his Dallas Cowboys. Oh, and he's got his chains out, representing them. Where's my chain? My chain right here, shining.
There it is, man. You got the Eagles there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
My thing has gone through some war. It needs to get some new paint job.
New paint job needs that new candy paint on there.
Yeah, it does, man. But today's the day. It doesn't have the same thunder because it's kind of like a somewhat of a preseason game, but it's all good. We don't want neither team to get no more injuries, and we don't want no more sickness because we want both teams to be at their best when it comes playoff time, whether or not if we're playing each other. But how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm chilling. You know, like you said, I think our main point right now is keep ourselves healthy. You know,
Yeah,
keep ourselves healthy. You know, we're going into the playoffs, and this Corona thing is not going away. So at the end of the day, you know, you want all your players, all your best players, to be on the field come playoff time. So you know, this game is obviously I'm hyped. It's a Cowboy game. It's a Philadelphia game. I know you're hyped for your team. I'm hyped for my team. You know, but at the same time, I'm going into it like, okay, let's see what happens. You know, we get to see some of the. I know we get to see a lot of the backups for Dallas defense. You know, a lot of our defense is out. I think you guys have a lot of people on COVID too.
yeah.
So you know, I'm excited. It's a Cowboy game. It's a Philadelphia. It's a rivalry game. It's always a good game.
Yes, sir. And I was talking with Jay Tuck. I don't know if you know who Jay Tuck is, but he's a great YouTube content creator. He is on TikTok. He's not as quite as famous as Mr. Mondo right here, but but he's out there on the ground. But he's a great dude. He lives in Kansas, so he was there watching the cow. He was there at the Cowboys Kansas City game, and we were just kind of talking about like what was going on because I mean, for a minute there, the Cowboys were pretty much unstoppable. I thought, I was like, wow, the Cowboys can't be stopped. The run, especially when Zeke and Pollard were both just going at it.
It's going
And
at
I
it.
and I kind of seen it start from. I didn't see it too much on the Eagles Cowboys first game. But I started seeing more of the run balance attack. I want to see the Charger game. I
Yeah.
believe that you guys were out there, and I saw Pollard just running like those wheel routes, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is something different." I mean, I'm used to just seeing it's only Zeke.
Yeah.
Now you have a 1-2 combo, and I think we even talked about that back when we had the first video we did.
Right.
And
if you guys are on here, go check out Birdman_951 on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Go check him out. Subscribe to him.
Appreciate that. So it kind of seems that the Cowboys kind of like there's some injuries that has happened. And also, I don't know if did Zeke start wearing that brace like what was it, mid-season? When did he start?
You know what? I've seen it like the past 3 games. You know,
Okay,
I've seen it the past 3 games where he has that brace on his leg. He wears it well under his pants. But I've seen it like the past 3 games.
okay. Yeah, so I don't know if maybe Dallas's coaches kind of like change their how they're going to attack on the field. Maybe they're trying to kind of LeBron James him a little bit, kind of like ease off on him a little bit,
Right.
to get him ready for bigger games and even playoffs. Because you guys have kind of been like steamrolling teams and stuff like that. So, are you are you worried about that right now? Going into the playoffs, are you kind of worried about your running game at this time?
You know what? Again, we'll get to the health thing. You know, I want Zeke to go in healthy. I don't know how much they'll play him today,
Yeah,
but I do want him to be in healthy. You know, I want him to go into that. What's up, Andrew? To go into the playoffs, that 2016 Zeke, that punch, that 1-2 punch, man. Because if we have Zeke going in, that hit him hard, and he got
yeah,
Pollard, with those little outside cuts, man. That run, you know, that's one thing. I think I saw a stat. I don't remember the exact stat, but it says like when the Cowboys run the ball so many times a game, like they're like, I think I want to say like
undefeated.
10-0 or something like that. You know.
Yeah, and the other one, I mean, that one stuck was that if you guys don't rush over 100, you guys are 0-5 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah. See.
So kind of like saying they're kind of like giving the blueprint of how to attack Dallas and stuff.
Right.
And so let me get into kind of like outside looking in what I see with Dallas. When you guys were steamrolling, I was like looking at the schedule. I'm like, at that time, Kansas City was kind of like not looking like Kansas
Yeah.
City. They were kind of, I mean, even we almost could have beat Kansas City, and they just didn't look like themselves. Looked like they were falling. I mean, Mahomes looked bad, dude. Like he was doing some funny throws, and I was like, "What the hell? Who's
He
this
was.
guy?"
I think he was three. I think he had like five picks. You know, he had. Within like 2 game span, he had all these picks. I remember.
Yeah, so I was surprised that you guys fell to them, but when learning more a little bit about the game, Jay Tuck was just basically saying, I don't think you guys had Amari, and then I believe CD got concussed in that game, so I think he got taken out of the game.
Yeah.
So then you really only had like was it Wilson and I can't think of the other guy.
Malik
But
Turner was there.
okay, so it was like kind of, I mean, that's like us. If we lost Devontae and like Rager or Quez, you're just scrambling for pieces. So, but there's no excuses at the end of the day. But when you lose your top dogs, it's a very tall task to order. So there's that game. So I was surprised that you guys lost it, but injury was a factor, and you guys are still in it. It was not like not a blowout or anything,
Right.
but but this is this is kind of where you see where your team is at because you're trying to set the bar. Okay, so you lost to a team that was in the Super Bowl at home, tough place to play, and then the Raider game happened. And real quick, what in your opinion, what happened in the Raider game? What exactly do you feel happened?
I think we will get to Greg Zerline. Greg Zerline. I don't know what they see in him. We missed a few kicks there. We missed a few kicks there with Greg Zerline. I call him Greg Stanky Leg because, man,
Yeah, he has and I know what you're going through because Jake Elliott was the same way last year and cost us games by missing easy, even extra points. They're
right,
missing. And being a fan of football and when your kicker is shanking and doing this stuff, and it was so funny because I actually got to see the Cowboys and the Cardinal game because I wanted to, there's a lot of implications.
right, right, right,
And I was messing around with my little daughter, and Greg was about to kick, and I'm like, okay, okay, Mija. say, shank it." I was just kidding, right? And he
Shank.
actually shanked it, and I was messing with her. I was like, I high fived her. I'm like, "You see, you know magic. Look, he shanked it." And she didn't even know what I'm talking about. It was funny. But then, going back to Greg, it's like, dude, like, because they were calling he was a Greg the leg at one point.
Greg Delay at one point
Yeah.
because what's crazy is you give him a 50+ yarder and it's good, but you give him
Yeah.
those 30s, those 40s, and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't even want to look. I think I put up a TikTok where when we beat the Chargers by a field goal.
Right, right,
We and it was Greg, so
right.
it was like, man, I think I was like this, just watching the TV, and he made it, and I was hyped. So it's like when he goes up to kick, it's like, damn it,
Sweating bullets, huh? Yeah.
yeah, it's like you're waiting for that chingazo. Like, are you gonna hit me or you're gonna miss? Or what's gonna
Yeah,
happen?
and what's crazy is that it's too late to even think about getting another
Yeah,
kicker in here.
it's crazy that you say that because I literally thought the same thing. It's too late to even think about cutting, switching.
Yeah.
It's too late in the season.
Yeah, and then it's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, you would have to call, like, some famous kicker. I don't
Yeah,
even at that, that's still, like, you're gonna call he's at home. "What are you doing? Hey, I need you to play this playoff game," you know? Kick
yeah,
a couple field goals. So it might come down to, bro, you guys might have to do some two-point conversions instead of if he's having a bad game, if he misses 2 field goals, I wanna say, or damn, if he even misses, like, an extra point in these playoffs, you guys might have to consider doing the 2 points.
yeah.
Because it sometimes it's in here, bro. Like, if, the pressure gets to him and he goes out there and misses, like, the easy ones, then it's in here, and then at that point, it's
I think
late.
the Tampa Bay game it was a perfect example. We left 9 points on the board, all field goals.
Yeah.
No, I think one of them was I think it was like 10 points because one of them was an extra point. You know, those are points that you can't give Tom Brady.
Right, yeah, and the other lesson is that you can't give not only can you give you can't give him time. You can almost a minute.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. No,
it's that close. You don't you even in our Super Bowl, Tom still had it he threw that Hail Mary, so
yep,
you any amount of time, like, you just don't want him to have the ball back. So, I think if you guys had experienced that, you're gonna wanna have that ball and bleed the clock. But the problem now is you guys kind of, like, went away from the running game. So,
yep.
now we gotta figure out the mathematicians over there, the coaches gotta figure out
And
how we're
then
gonna beat this clock. But
speaking of the clock, Mike McCarthy, man, Mike McCarthy and his time management. Man, he needs to. I don't know if he has people in his ear like, okay, call timeout, or he just doesn't. I don't know. There's some questionable time management, and it's just like, come on, Mike. I think in the Bucks game, I think was one of them. Where like you say, we got away from the run towards the end when we had the lead. And we gave Brady the ball back. And
right,
then
right.
it
Yeah,
was
and that's kind of like McCarthy's been having these type of games even from, like, last year. I believe, I was watching this tape when you guys played Washington because you guys pretty much had the game, but there was a point I think you guys went for it, and he was saying instead of going I think when you guys went for it, you guys threw a pass, and I think it was the CD. I can't
right.
remember correctly, and it was dropped.
It was dropped right.
So it was like a turnover and down. So, like, I remember they were saying instead of just going for, like, things that make sense or to win the game, you try to get too cute with it. So Mike McCarthy has that. It's like a technical block. Like, even I know people are blaming him for that. He called that time. It was timeout, right? He
Yeah.
called a timeout when the Cardinals were trying to do some trickery shit or something.
Yeah, because they kept the kicker and
Yeah,
Kyler Murray were both on the field.
and then
So
what pisses you off about that, if you're a Cowboy fan, is that you're you shouldn't be in a predicament where the other team is. this is not even you guys playing on the field. This is like playing chess
Yeah, it's like playing chess. Yeah,
against a coach. So you're like, wait, in a sense, he kind of it was like playing. He checkmated you. Like you're like,
yeah.
oh, what? You caught me with my pants down. That's a because I don't know how much experience the coach on the Cardinals has. You know who's the coach for the Cardinals? I can't remember right now.
Is it? I want to say Kingsbury.
See, I don't see. That's not
Something
like
like.
a
Well,
household
I'm not too
thing.
sure though, but
Yeah, but what I mean is that McCarthy has a Super Bowl. He's played with Aaron Rodgers, so these type of things they shouldn't be going through his head.
yeah,
Um, that makes you worry because like he's supposed to be the guy that takes you to the next level. Which your guys' next level is you at least got to be in the NFC Championship to have a shot. He has
and
that much experience to do it.
yeah,
You
and you
can't.
know what? There's a lot of Cowboy fans that don't like Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
I like Mike McCarthy. It's not gonna happen instantly. But look at our turnaround. Please, right? Look at our turnaround. You know, where's the cowboy hat and says yeehaw, hell yeah, okay. I think that's Scooter Magruder. But so Mike McCarthy does have that championship pedigree. And I like Mike McCarthy because look at the turnaround. It's him and obviously Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn came into that defensive side. Look at what he did, man. From being the worst defense, to I think we're the defense with the most takeaways in the league,
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. But I think some of it has Kellen Moore, man. Kellen Moore, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's the offensive coordinator, so he's calling the plays. You know, does Mike McCarthy take that away and become just him and Dan Quinn? Because Kellen Moore right now he's I think he's gonna get the job with the Jaguars. You know, you
yeah,
know, he's
yeah. I
young,
was talking about. I was telling Jay Tuck too is that I think it's too soon to be taking coaches away from Dallas because off season or the season looks great, but it's not just about the season, it's about the production in the playoff.
right?
If Dallas plays a wild card game, whoever it is, and they just lose, that's not really reassuring me as a fan if I'm a Jags fan or whatever, being like, "Oh, this guy's the future." He was,
Right.
one and done, that I'm not too no, I wanna see what he does in the playoff because this is the most important time is you gotta, put up or shut up. This is the time to show who you are and say, "Hey, I am Kellen Moore. This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is nothing new to me. I win." I win.
Yeah, and when
So
you want to see it is in the playoffs, exactly.
right. So, and then, Michael Gallup is a big loss to the Cowboys because he's sort of been like the guy that kinda saves the day. And you can go back and look at the tapes. I mean, he's been doing some crazy catches, and
Yep.
it sucks that he got hurt because it's the playoffs now, and he doesn't have the opportunity to showcase what he can do unless you see every Cowboys game and watch him. You wouldn't know that.
Right.
But when your playoffs come, you have opportunity. There's a lot of people that are sitting at home that's never seen him, and if he's in the playoffs doing these things, you make yourself it's a brand. Mando is a brand. Birdman is a brand. You gotta make your brand.
Right.
And when it's your time, if someone asks you to be a Mando, I need you to be here at a certain time. It's this huge Dallas thing, and this is your time to shine. And you don't show up, you know, then
Yep.
you just missed your opportunity. So it's the same thing. It's a business. Even with as crazy as Antonio Brown is, like everybody's saying that he's psychotic and everything like that. But when you really listen to him, what he's trying to tell you behind the scenes and this and that, and about like his incentives, like
Right.
he's only going to get paid a certain amount if he does something like this. But then he was talking about what's the title Gronkowski.
Gronkowski.
He's already getting paid and blah blah blah. I don't want to go too much with Antonio Brown, But my point being is that he is the brand.
Yeah,
He's branding himself, and if you're taking something away from him, if you take something away from a man, they're just not gonna be kosher with it. They're
yeah,
gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna do me. Peace out, homie. You saw what he peaced out. Took
exactly.
his jersey off. Yes, dude, I'm out of here. It's not about nothing. No, it's about me." So my point being is that these guys like Devontae Smith, there a lot of people know him. They had no college and stuff.
Right,
But Devontae Smith is not gonna get showcased really until he's in the playoff and he does a amazing catch or whatever or just something amazing,
right.
and your brand starts kicking in. And it's the same thing with everybody that's on the CD Lamb. I'm pretty sure CD Lamb wants to have that catch in the game, as much as he's already done in the offseason. He wants to showcase in the playoffs, so you say, "Hey, I'm here. This is why I'm gonna get that check.
This is
I
why I'm
I'm the
88.
I'm the number 88 now. I'm
Yep,
88. Irvin's a thing of the past. This is the new 88." So, though we're gonna see what the Cowboys really are, and I'm saying, and I told a lot of people already that the NFC Championship is a must for you guys because there's a lot of people that already got the bag. It's time to show why you got the bag.
yep,
Like this roster, minus Gallup and all that is pretty loaded. I still think Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and Wilson are. I mean, we're just dealing with one good receiver right now, which
yeah,
is Devontae. Quez really hasn't gave into his own. I've seen some things, but it's not enough production where you could see like a CeeDee Lamb or nothing like that. Even Jalen Reagor. I mean,
right.
crying out loud, he was like -3 yards. Like, that's not selling me, like, you're a great receiver. But Dallas is in a better position as far as the wide receiver room goes. So I think even with Gallup being there, I think you still have enough in the tank to still make a run. I can't say, "Oh, Dallas doesn't have receivers. They have no shot."
Right.
I cannot say
Yeah.
that. Even the tight end. Um, I know Jarwin's not playing no more or he's hurt,
I think Jarwin, he's gonna get some snaps in this game. I think he's already activated.
but Schultz is the main
Yeah,
feature, right?
Schultz is the main Schultz.
Okay, so there even with Schultz, I don't know how many times I've seen him, saving the day, and a lot of people been saying, like, on the commentators, they keep saying that Dak doesn't have a security blanket, but I'm like, "No, I think that's kinda BS, man."
Yeah,
I think Schultz saves a lot of plays, or what do you
Schultz,
think? You think of
Schultz reminds me a lot of Romo Witten. Schultz
Yeah,
reminds me a
so
lot of
I don't know why they would say he doesn't have a security blanket when Schultz has been. I don't know how many times I've been seeing saving the day on 3rd and short and this and that. He
right.
saves the day, so I'm like, I don't
I
know
think
why they say
the
that.
only thing with Schultz is his blocking is not up to par, man. You know his blocking, and you've seen it in a few games where his assignment is to block and then release and then go for a catch, but he like he'll just tap and go, So, but Schultz is that I think so. I think Schultz is that security blanket.
Yeah, that's what because I see it, he saves a lot of the plays. If it wasn't for him, you guys would have even more like 3 and outs or something like that. Like, so
But
I
he's taking
believe
some shots though. That's the only thing that sucks, that he's taking a few shots. I think the last game he took a big shot.
yeah. So that's yeah. Well, he's the big guy, so
It's
that
just
they're gonna
it's
try to.
crazy when you see him and he catches it and you're just like you wanna you're looking at the TV and you wanna push him because he's like Jason Witten, like he's running, but he's just like trucking along slowly and you're like, come on, hurry up.
Yeah,
Let's go.
like slow motion running.
Slow motion.
Um, let's talk about the number 88.
The number.
So you know the that you know they kind of it seems like they keep passing it. I don't know if it's kind of weird. Like, so the guy, you guys get a guy from the draft, has all the accolades, and they're kind of like giving the number 88. Like, so Dez was 88, right? Dez Bryant, he got 88, and now CD Lamb's 88. Do you think it's right that they're kind of given 88, even though they're not doing 88, you know,
Things.
things, you know? Do you think that's
You know
you
what?
think they should have a like their number first, and then if they in a year or 2 and they deserve it, then they can get the 88, or do you think that's kind of alright, go ahead. What do you think about, like, people getting the
Look,
88?
so I have I've thought about this, and I have a like a pro and a con. You know, I like that they keep continuing the tradition of the 88. You know, CD
Yeah,
Lamb. You know, the Eagles were high on CD Lamb. You know, he fell to the Cowboys. I
yeah,
think you guys were next after us, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I think the Eagles were gonna scoop up CD Lamb. He fell
yeah,
to the Cowboys, and that was like, I think, what pick was it, like 4 or 5, something like that.
right,
So he fell to us, and he had all the accolades coming out of college, coming, so they gave it to him, and it was, to me, I like it. It continues the tradition.
right.
It continues the tradition of the 88. They've all been like great receivers, but what I don't like is the pressure you put on CD Lamb. Like,
Yeah,
I'm a 88. I gotta show out. I gotta represent
yeah.
this 88. And so, to me, it's like, it's that pressure. So I don't know if he feels it. And then there's games. This year I saw a lot of drops from CD Lamb, a lot of drops, man. But you know,
Do you think they should, you think they should just retire that number? Because they, I mean, if you think about it, that's pretty big shoes to fill. Like, it's almost like I don't wanna see someone wearing Brian Dawkins' number,
right,
you know?
right, right, right.
Um, so it's like man, it's tough. Or I don't want with someone. Nick Foles got us our first Super Bowl, so like to just give the 9 away, something like that,
You know,
But
and you
like,
know what? After CD Lamb, I think that idea would be good. Kind of retire it. And
yeah,
if down the road, we end up, years to come, and we get one of those special receivers, and you know you want to give it to him, but retiring wouldn't be a bad idea, man. You've had three great, Pearson, you have Irvin, and then you got Dez. Now you have CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb, I think he's getting there. He's living up to the hype. He's still got a long ways to go. You
yeah.
know,
I mean, all around, he's a good receiver.
yeah, yeah,
But like the thing is, like, the reason why I brought it up is because like that bar is
yeah.
that's
It's set high.
you're
It's
talking about 3 Super Bowls, so that's like, whoa, I need 3 Super Bowls, like, so it is kind of pressure. But Michael Irvin, he's game for it because obviously he gives the approval for it.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, I think that number and Smith and Aikman, they shouldn't. No one should be like rocking their numbers,
right, right, right.
and
I
it's
was,
just it's only right. I mean, I don't. I mean, it's like not no hate or nothing like that, but for for them to give up those numbers.
and I don't know if I don't know if you knew this, but CD didn't want 88.
Really?
Yeah, CD didn't want it. He was like he was iffy about it, but then he got into it. He's like, all right, I'll do it. I'll rock the 88.
And it
So
might be marketing too, but you don't wanna do it for marketing. Like, I know
nah,
I don't think do the Cowboys actually need more marketing? I don't think they need any more marketing, bro. I think any number that he would have picked, he woulda it woulda people woulda grabbed his
right.
jersey. I don't think they would've been like, "Well, it's not 88, so I ain't gonna wear this jersey."
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Whatever. Yeah,
another topic was the big 3. So, the big 3 is obviously Emmett, Irvin, and Aikman. How close how close are the Cowboys to we could say that they have a big three? You still think you think that's possible, even though Zeke's kind of
And you know what?
what?
I used to think before the season started. That was my thing. We had the big three. We had Dak, we had Zeke. You know, you can even say four because you have Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is a receiver like that. And you got
Mhm.
CeeDee Lamb. So
Yeah,
you see it there. You see it on paper. As a fan, you see it. But then it's like, man, we used to last season we talked so much shit about not having a defense. We finally have the defense, and then
mhm.
our offense just stalls. It stalls, and so
Stagnant. Yeah,
yeah, and you have a stacked offense, but it's stagnant, and then you just like, man, with that we had that big three, and
right,
it's
right.
like, where's it at? You know,
Yeah,
that
and
came that came out. The first 4 games, he
yeah,
came
he's
out, and I'm
crazy.
like, damn, this is MVP deck right here.
Yeah. Oh
Boom,
yeah.
300, 400 yards, and then that calf injury happened, and
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I think I was talking about that too with you that um he's gonna feel like Dak's a gamer, dude. Like I see a lot like Jalen kind of has that game attitude. Like they want to win so bad,
Yeah,
even if it means like I might get hurt. So the pressure of him coming back, I still think that he should be a candidate for what is it, comeback player?
comeback player of the year.
Yeah, because I mean, when you see that injury, that was pretty bad, dude. That was, I
Yeah,
mean, if it was my quarterback, same thing, bro. Like damn, that was. I mean, and that goes to tell you what Dak means to the Cowboys because what was you guys won how many games last year? 4? I
four.
think we won 4. Yeah, so we had like the same damn record. Um, so it tells you what he does to the team. He makes a damn difference.
Right.
So now that Zeke is kind of, I don't want to say he's a shell of himself because he could still, do some of his things, but
You real quick. You know what I heard? I heard a comparison of Zeke, and damn, it was like it kind of hit. It kind of hit tough. They were comparing him to Todd Gurley. You know how Todd Gurley
oh,
was this
yep,
this this badass
yep,
dude, and then all of a sudden that was
yeah,
it.
because
Once he got injured,
you remember the Rams, were in the Super Bowl, and I don't even think they had Gurley. I think
I
he
think
was
they I
still
think they had him, but he was
he
just
was
too injured that he didn't even show
right,
out. Yeah,
yeah. So and you saw they lost, so you can't go into the ring with the so-so knee or
yeah.
whatever and expect that you're gonna win the title here. So,
But what do you think
I
about that comparison? You see it, right? You kind of see it. Like it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
is
yeah,
is
because
he on that downfall? Is he on that? Because for 3 years in a row, Zeke led that rushing title, and then all of a
mhm.
sudden it's just it's
Yeah, yeah, so that is kind of, like a surreal moment that, that Zeke is taking the step back and you I think you were I was talking about I think Jay was at the Oxnard camp. He lost weight. They're talking about, "Oh, he's back and better. This is the best shape he's been," and blah, blah, blah,
right,
and he was doing, like I like the combo. I know it was kinda taking, runs away from him, but when you have a running back combo like that, that's what you need because someone's getting rest. Go in,
right,
Pollard, boom, bang, bang, boom. Okay, I'll come in for this 3 and short. So that recipe was working. So now that it's kind of like, okay, then he might be really still suffering. Something is lingering, hindering him to being what he normally is.
right,
Um, Pollard has stepped up, and they ask him to more, but then you start hearing about like, wait a second, I paid this guy X amount of dollars, but this guy's not getting paid that much, and he's giving me a little bit more. There's a problem, and Zeke is your feature back. Like I said, that's why I'm talking about the big three. So, um, I don't I don't feel that the big 3 that we potentially could see, I don't think it's there right now because 1, you got 2 receivers kinda battling right there with the CD and Amari, and then 2, now it's kind of the same situation, they're kinda battling Pollard and Zeke kinda battling a little bit,
I think he froze
so
up.
you can't really, have the big 3 where it's like these guys are the main 3 guys that are gonna take care of business because it's kind of
Right.
like you're sharing a little bit, also you got a little bit of injury. So right now, it's not like the big 3, it's kind of like a mix right now. And
Yeah.
then also Amari Cooper, sometimes he checks out of games. Do you think that I've been hearing that he checks out of games sometimes. Do you believe that?
And I think you can see it. I think you can see it. I think you sometimes he gets like frustrated when he knows like we're losing or whatever, and you can see like he'll catch a ball and he'll just like whatever, and you can kind of see it, you know. And I know he let his frustrations known, you know. He put it out there, and then the next game he came out and he was getting touches, you know. But I don't know, you
So
know.
yeah, and it's like you don't if you're trying to make a championship pedigree, you have to get the job done first. You
Right.
can't you can't have a game where you check out because number 1, the fans are gonna let you know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Um, the Eagle fans, when stuff starts going south, you start hearing those boo birds.
The
Like,
Bulls, yeah.
now, when you've been to a game, and I don't know if did the games that you went to, did you guys win pretty easily or were they close?
No, they're pretty like the Giants won. The Giants won. We won. I went last year to the 49er game. That was a close game, you know, and obviously the Raider game, you know, that was
So, what I wanna ask you is that when a player sort of like checking out or, the fans kind of been on him for a while, do you get that sense of urgency from the fans? Do you get those boos where
yeah.
the
And
you hear it?
we'll talk Greg Zerline. You know, I think that's like, you know, he
Oh, I
goes
saw
up
it.
there.
Is he getting the boo birds coming out on Greg?
Yeah, everybody's there. You know, when he comes up to kick, I feel, you know, I seen a couple of times like off, you know, a few fans around me like, oh shit, like, oh my goodness, like here we go, you know, because of, you know, because of the
Yeah,
inconsistency.
and then the other thing too is that that might work against so if, depending on how many people go to the stadium opposing teams, so if they know it's up to Greg, if that noise gets a little bit louder where it's not supposed to, and then maybe boos are in there, that's gonna yeah, the pressure is gonna
Yep.
be there. We got a special commenter right here. You might know this guy, Mr. Captain.
El
What's up,
Capitan.
man? How you doing, brother? Hope you have a good day today. Hope family is good. Thank you for checking in. Hit that like on your way out. And your boy Mando right here. You and the
Yep.
Panthers. And
Saludos,
hey,
saludos, Mr. Capitan. Saludos.
the Panthers both fall to both our teams. We beat them in the Cowboys, so I'm gonna give you here. I'm sorry, Captain, but you're gonna get this. Sorry, man. Maybe next year. Nah, but Captain, he's been shout out to Captain because man, what's his name? Run CMC. That's another guy. The injury, man. Like if he's not doing things, you know what's up? I picked him up number 1 on my fantasy, bro.
Oh
And
my
he
goodness.
killed me,
I saw
dog.
I saw I saw a TikTok like the other day talking about like it was all bad if you picked up. I think Russell Wilson was on there, and I picked up Russell Wilson,
Uh,
and I saw CMC was the first one, man. Yeah, man, that was like, damn, yo. But because last season, man, CMC was going off in fantasy.
I know, dude. I just been having the worst.
How was your fantasy this year? Did you
Don't
play?
even ask, dog. This is my fantasy right here.
Yeah,
I got smoked. I got smoked, man.
yeah, no, I had actually, this is my third year playing fantasy, and I had a good season this year. You know, I was in the semifinals. Literally, we both had one player for Monday night in the semifinals, and he had JJ Waddle. and Jalen Waddle. He had Jalen Waddle, and I had some receiver from the Saints,
Yeah, yeah.
but Jalen Waddle just fucking went off, and I ended up losing by like 3 points, and
Yeah, I know, man. All my guys got hurt, dude.
yeah,
Atomic.
man.
It was suck, dude.
It's because this Corona thing be messing up with fantasy and
Oh
everything,
yeah,
man. Like it's hard, I think I had Dalvin Cook, and then the week he was out for Corona, and that killed
yeah.
me. So yeah, man, this
Shout out to Philly girls. She said game day meaningless, but they told me we're gonna bring a dub today. Fly Eagles fly. Hey, I hope maybe Minshew Magic. The
makes you
battle.
magic.
I think honestly, I think they're gonna let Dallas play some of the starters for at least a quarter, maybe two, but I don't see the. I mean, me honestly, like since you're not getting a bye week, at least treat it like a half bye week or something
Half
like
by week,
that.
right?
I mean, I think the Cowboys need too many things. Like they're like this guy's got to lose, that guy's got to lose, and this guy's got to
Yeah,
win. I don't know, man. To me, it's just too much. I think any opponent you guys gonna get, like, I mean, Niners, um, that'll be a good game. But the thing is, I don't know, Jimmy G's I don't know, something his hand, something's wrong. So I don't know how 100 you're gonna get like a half Jimmy G,
yeah.
and then
I think he tore like a ligament in his throwing thumb or something like that.
yeah. So I mean that you probably, I don't want to. I mean, it is what it is. Whoever's playing on the field does. I mean, if you're half injured, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. But 49ers versus the Cowboys, that should favor you guys, especially at home. There's probably Niner Empire or whatever. There's probably going to be a good amount of fans there. I
Yeah.
remember one time, you guys played I forgot what year it was, but there was a lot of Niner fans that went to Dallas, man. I was like,
When me and my wife went to our first game, which was against the Niners last year, there was a bunch of fans. I think around me were a bunch of fans, and I was going at it with some dudes. Well,
oh
you get that you get a touchdown, and you're like, hell yeah, what's up? And then and then they were going at it too. But it was all cool. At the end of the game, they came and said, hey man, what's up? And we ended up winning the game,
yeah,
and
yeah,
but they
that's
were
cool.
all around, and I was right there just cheering them on. I was like, hell yeah, let's go, man. But it was all love.
Yeah, so yeah, Jay Tuck was also talking about like he doesn't want to play the Rams. Would do you feel the same way? Because to me, I don't think the Rams. I know they beat the Ravens, but that was without Lamar Jackson and Stafford lately. He kind of seems like he's been checking out, man. He's been throwing
Yeah.
picks, like easy picks. So
And
I don't know. Do you
with
feel the same way,
with
or
the
do you fear the Rams a little?
what, with the Rams, like I don't fear playing. The only thing I kind of like, it kind of gets me like, damn, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald can, you can hear his name sometimes, and then sometimes it's like you don't even hear him. But
Yeah,
going into the playoffs, it's a extra like hype. So that sometimes that front, that Aaron Donald, all that, that kind of like okay, and then our offensive line sometimes it checks out a little bit. So
yeah,
that kind of, but besides that, no, like I don't see a team where especially in the first round, I don't see a team that can be like I can be like, man, I don't want to play them. I wouldn't mind playing the Cardinals again because I think if we play the Cardinals, you know what I'll tell you, I would rather play the Cardinals than the Eagles because the Eagles, it's always a rivalry. It's a
yeah,
rivalry. It's always a tough game. People don't see that. With the Cardinals, I feel like the Cowboys, they heard the noise. Like, okay, this dude's never lost here at Dallas, and he's 8-0 in Dallas. You know,
yeah,
let's lock
yeah.
the streak.
Happy birthday to Philly girl. Hopefully the Eagles get you the dub today.
Happy birthday, Philly girl.
Yeah, so I think like besides the Niners, you don't really owe them like a rematch. It's not like I don't think the Niners went recent. I'm talking about recent years. I know the '90s there was a more bigger rivalry thing of hating
Yep.
each other. But I don't think they've been in the playoffs where they taken you out. Eagles have been there. Um, the Rams have done it.
Yeah.
So you guys owe the Rams, and also Green Bay has done it, I think, twice.
Yeah.
The Dez one, and then Aaron went to your guys' home, and they did that last
2018.
minute drive, right? So
Yeah.
Green Bay has done it twice. I don't know if the Cardinals have beaten you in the playoffs. I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think so.
They've usually, they've won you more during the season.
Right.
And you as for a minute now, the Cardinals, even for the Eagles, I don't know what it is, but we have a tough time with the Cardinals, and Dallas does too. And it doesn't even matter who's playing because I thought for sure no D Hop and their running back was out too, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think this is gonna be a challenge, especially how the Cardinals been playing dog, man. Like, I forgot who they lost to, and they looked
The
helpless.
Lions.
Like
They lost to the Lions.
they looked like I was like, dude, are you serious? And they even signed Zach Ertz. They did a trade with the Eagles.
Yeah.
You know, so I was really like, so now the Cowboys fall to the Cardinals, and we can go down a list of why they did all that. But I was really shocked how a team goes in, and you guys should. I think you guys were favored, right, in that game.
Yeah. 'Cause
So especially at home, you guys are at
at
least
home.
getting 3.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe things are changing because of damn Greg. So I don't even think you guys are getting 3 points because Greg you can't even count on
And
that
even
guy.
get us 3 points.
Yeah, so Greg might be killing you in Vegas too, man. So my point being is that the problem is that you're supposed to be getting ready for the playoffs and set the tone.
Yeah.
Um, when I seen the Eagles play on the Super Bowl run, it was just like I had felt like, dude, we're gonna beat anybody. We're that good.
Yeah.
The running game, everybody's catching. Carson's doing all these things like he's never done before. It was just on a roll. Now with the Cowboys, I struggle with it because like I don't understand some of these things why they're losing. Like
Yeah.
in all honesty, I don't think the game should have even been that close. But for some reason, the defense decided to kind of just like let Kyler Murray dictate what was going to happen.
Right.
And that shouldn't happen how much more better can you get the defense of what it's playing right now? I don't think you could get it much better. How much more better you're going to get it? I mean,
Exactly.
how I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you have everybody pretty much there. Uh, Mike is on the tear, so
Randy Gregory. Randy
right.
Gregory's playing. That's one guy I hope we end up signing, man, because he's on that free agent list.
And so the thing you ask yourself is like, how do we just let this team kind of dictate what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
And he kind of took that away. And I don't remember. Let's see, what other running quarterback have you guys played besides Kyler? Just
Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray.
I don't
That's
wanna
pretty
say
much it.
Mahomes. Mahomes didn't really run on you guys. He
No,
doesn't
Mahomes
really
didn't
run
really
on.
run. No,
Yeah, so now that seems like now that's gonna be an issue with running quarterbacks, and I don't think Jalen ran on you guys pretty.
no,
We didn't even really run on you guys. I think we ran the ball 3 times, so, we didn't really showcase anything. They try to pass or whatever. Um, so that's the issue. So it seems like mobile quarterbacks might be, like your guys' is like kryptonite right now.
right.
Because I mean, the guys are, let's face it, these guys are mammoths trying to run over this, run
You
to
know,
this little guy running with wheels, and he's getting those first downs like nothing. So the problem that was going on that I was seeing is that the Cardinals kept moving the
yes,
chains, which means my guys are getting tired.
tired of the
I,
defense,
my
and then
heavy
it,
hitters.
it didn't it didn't help that our offense was stagnant.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, especially if you don't go guns a blazing, and that was the other thing is that your O line for the most part was the because I think Jay said that that was the first time your guys' O line was healthy,
Yep.
right? So if you guys had the healthy O line and if that was your best, and they were still, not unable to get the run established or, getting enough time for Dak to throw. But then the other thing too is Dak was kind of having that off game, like where some of the throws were down, right? I think I
Yep.
saw a couple of them go in the dirt. So like if Dak is having a so-so game, that makes it even he has to, even if it's like just simple little throws, he has to hit those. He can't have like them not like they almost felt like it was kind of like a preseason-ish thing where they're like they're like wait I wait you're too soon, so they were like off or something. So it seems like if the Dallas Cowboys get off to a slow start,
Right.
it's like stumbling and then okay, fourth quarter, now we're gonna play the best. And it's kind of funny because I find the Eagles been doing that lately too, is that we'll have these slow starts. We start playing Washington. They march down the field like easy peasy, right? And again, we're making Heineken look like Joe Montana. And then you know, Jalen was playing okay. He was playing well enough, but he didn't start turning it on till about late third and into the fourth. But it's like
Right.
I it's hard to play that kind of football, especially in playoffs, because like that's stressful, dog. And then not just that, Mondo. Not only are you worried about getting the run game established, that getting established, now you're freaking worried about the damn kicker. Is he gonna make the field goal? Because right now, if you guys okay, these games are gonna be close games, right? Now, normally, if this was we're both playing our starters today or whatever, this game is gonna be there's things on the line. Let's say it was for something was gonna happen. Maybe you get the
Right.
second seed or whatever. This game is gonna go down to the wire. It's cold weather, and you're gonna need your kicker to make some field goals here.
Yep.
Now, once you go down the field, you did all that, it was maybe a 60-yard drive, whatever it is, and he goes and shanks it. You give the ball back. Like that's like a huge momentum shifter. And you
It
can't
is.
do that too much. Like one field goal miss, you're okay, pat on the back, you got the next one. But then when you start going twice, and then you start like, okay, we're gonna do 2-point conversions now. Now you're like, okay, now this is not you. Yeah, you gotta be at edge of your seat because you're like, dude, you're putting more pressure on Dak to make the 2-point conversion,
Real quick,
and the
I see
receivers.
we got a non-playoff team in the comments over here.
Yeah, that my guy King. Look at he's holding his flag, all proud. That's my guy King. Hey, speaking of sweating bullets, he's gonna be sweating some bullets tomorrow, man, because he's gotta take the Chargers out, man, so they can have a chance. Hey, I also heard a good joke. They said that if the Chargers tie the Raiders, that they both get in the playoffs. So I don't know, man. Maybe you could talk to Sean Merriman. Maybe you guys
Right?
could tie. You guys could get both in the playoffs. But I already know King that he don't want to lose to no Chargers, man. So hey, King, I think you should do. I think you should go live on YouTube watching that game because I want to see your reaction. And I don't know if you're going to be buying another TV. King's been breaking TVs. I was breaking cars.
I
You
told him. I told King. I told him. I messaged him. I told him, you know what, man? I got a guy that knows a guy that got TVs for the low. I'm just saying.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a GoFundMe on those
On
TVs, man.
those TVs right there, man. But that's, you know what? Honestly, that's a game that's gonna be a good game right there. That's gonna be a good game. They both got big implications going on. You know, I see the Chargers coming out with the victory.
Yeah, the thing, man. I will hand it to the Raiders. and the Raider fans for holding it down. Shout out to Raider Nation. But man, have they got the worst luck, bro?
It's
Like
bad.
your coach, homie, freaking DUI, and then another homie DUI.
Putting
I mean,
guns on the internet and stuff.
dude, like I mean that's
King
got to be
LV,
tough.
what's up, King LV? Shout out, man.
That's got to be tough being a Raider fan right now, man. And
Yep.
you know, are the Raiders gonna let their fans down one more time? I don't know, man, but
You know
I
what?
think
You,
yeah.
you know what? I'm actually excited. I'm hoping they lose because I want to see the TikTok
Oh,
that King LV was gonna drop.
no, man, you don't wanna see that, man. You don't wanna see that. I mean, you seen his backyard, he's digging all the you know how many TVs he's got
He's got a
like,
graveyard of TVs.
he's got a graveyard, he's got VCRs in there. He's got the whole nine. He's gonna be burying some 49er jerseys too. Man,
Man,
King LV. But yeah, check his YouTube out, guys. He's a great Raider fan. Does his TikToks and keeps us all entertained. And if you want to see a beatdown on a big screen TV, you just call up LV.
that's it. That's it. Call
But
him.
yeah, tomorrow, I mean, that game's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to. Actually, actually excited to see that Charger Raider game because
Yeah, I think
it's
one that's
gonna
one of the
be
that's one of the more exciting games that's gonna happen right there.
yeah,
Obviously, you being a Philly fan, me being a Cowboy fan, I'm excited to see that game. Just kind of,
yeah,
I'm excited to see what our backup defense is gonna do. Do we have a do we have enough in case somebody, because COVID, you got to put
yeah,
it out there. Do we have enough talent out there to cover ourselves? In case COVID hits this next week.
yeah.
We
And
got to look into all that.
I think we have 7 to 10 players out on COVID, so you're gonna see a lot of no names out there. Me too. I'm like, hey, who's that guy? Who's that Joe Buck guy out there? But yeah, it's gonna like I said, I'm just kicking back. I'm more worried. Like I'm excited to see who our opponent is going to be.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's Dallas, I mean, who better opponent? And if Eagles were able to beat, if the Eagles can beat Dallas, I think that we might be a problem
yeah,
because your defense is that good where they're making problems. Obviously, they're making problems. You're not. I don't know how much points. What's the highest scoring game on you guys? But I don't think you guys had any blow. Well, except for Denver. But
Denver.
I mean, I guess Denver's the only blowout, sort of.
Yeah,
That was it, right? Just Denver?
yeah, Denver. That was it. I think the other games were, maybe a touchdown. You
Yeah,
know,
so Denver was pretty much your guys' is like I don't know what defense that was.
yeah. I
They
don't
they
know
were
what
still on vacation. But other than that, like, for the most part, from that Denver game to right now, I think it's a different defense. Micah has more experience from then to now. The whole team,
Right.
whoever rookie it is, has got more experience. So the thing is, if the Eagles are able to beat Dallas, if they play Dallas, I think they have a shot to get into the NFC Championship because I think Dallas is that good where they should be on the way to the NFC Championship as well.
And and
So
I and I think you said it earlier. I think for the Cowboys right now, it's NFC Championship, or bust because we we
for me, because if you're a Cowboy fan, you want to at least experience. I mean, it's been a while. Like I know all the jokes are out there, this and that, the years and blah blah blah. But the thing is, where you guys have came from to now, it is time to like almost put up or shut up. And if you can get to the NFC Championship and possibly, even if it's like a close game and all that, you have something for the next year. Like that
right.
means you guys are this close, okay? If it's a we shit the bed on their wild card game, what does that leave you with? You're like, what we won all those games for what? For
Yep.
that? I might as well we might as well it just gave the division to the Eagles or the Washington or whatever
right,
because this was just pointless. That you guys play good, we beat up on bad teams or whatever, and then when it's the real deal, we're like, we don't know how to play defense no more. We don't know how to run no more. There's just like there's pretty much like no excuses. Like
right,
I mean, we could joke about how you guys didn't do and all that, but at the end of the day, this is all. If you're a football fan, this is you're trying to give your best insight. I'm trying to give my best insight to you. I'm not trying to like blow smoke or nothing. I'm just like, this is what I'm seeing outside looking in. This is
right.
what it should be. I don't think that me saying that you guys getting the NFC Championship is like a facade, like, "Oh, that" no, dude, that's a real thing. There's with that talent, the roster you have, even with a minus Gallup, and I don't know who else is missing right now, in a so-so Zeke and I think he's 100 Pollard, like, I there
Yeah,
should be there enough there, and Dak has enough, like, there's no more question about, "Oh, is he healthy? He's not," and no, he's whatever he is right there is what he is. That's what he's advertised. No, do it, bro. Like you gotta
yeah,
do it, bro. Like even if it's Michael Jalen has this chance or whatever, and we built a little bit more better roster. He gets a better receiver here, and I demand these things. Like you
yeah.
guys should demand these things. It's not like you're not being a fan or you're being a jerk, an asshole. No, man, the talent is there, bro. Like
It's there.
there's no
We
excuse.
finally have everything on paper. We finally have the defense. We finally have the offense that we've had, but we never had the defense. So everything's finally there. You know, what else
Right,
would
right. So it's just like at the end of the day, it's like, come on, you got put it up or shut up, right? You guys, is this for real, or are you guys just leading us on? Every year, we're gonna keep doing this thing where you're leading us on, but it's the same results. Like, nah,
right?
dude. Like, you're like, I feel that this roster that you guys have, it has enough talent, um, to play with the best,
Yep.
and that's it. Like if you guys don't have a great you guys blow it in the wild card, that's to me, that's a failure. That's a
That's a big
failure. I
failure
don't
right there.
unless there was like you guys got a major, you know,
Injury or something. Yeah.
the C word, the 19, you guys get some missing, then that's a whole different story, and I'm not gonna
Right.
crucify them. Even we it could happen to us. Jalen gets it or who I don't know. Like what am I gonna do? I can't kill him. It is what it is at the end of the day. But this is being that they're fully healthy, pretty much. Your majority of your team's
Yeah.
there, so that's what I'm basing it off. But so real quick, what opponent do you want to face? Like, who do you wanna face the most out of the playoff guys on the NFC? Who do you like, "Ah, dude, even if it's the Birds, like, who do you wanna be like, dude, I
The
we
first round,
yeah,
the Cardinals.
alright, you want some payback then, huh?
I want some payback. I want to give this dude his first loss at Dallas Stadium. You know, I think we have we played them already. We see they got our number, we got theirs. We know what's going on. I want the Cardinals.
I was really I don't know what it is, but it seems like sometimes when they play the Cowboys, like, they play better because that pass that Kyler did to that guy, I can't think of his name, Wesley? Some guy that I don't know that lob he did in the red zone and homie
Right,
went up there, like, wow, dude. I was like, "Dude, is this guy playing Madden for real?" Like, I was like, "Dude, this guy," and I couldn't tell you anything about this guy. I never even heard about that guy, but I was
right.
like, wow, this guy is like, "Hey, I'm in Dallas, everybody's watching, so here's where I'm gonna jump 5 feet in the air, and I'm gonna come down with this ball," but it's just it is true, man, like, I don't know, it's because they know more people are watching, that they're playing like dude, they're playing like they're an all-star, like,
Yeah, yeah,
the best thing,
and
bro.
I think I was talking about it with the guys from Cowboy Huddle the other day. I was talking about it, and when people go to Dallas, that's like going to I don't know if you watch basketball, but when NBA players go play at the Madison Square Garden, Jordan has some of his best games at Madison Square Garden. So I feel like Dallas is that, like, okay, we're going to Dallas, prime time game, or it's a big game, Dallas. You bring your best out.
So, Diza said
Three
3
keys
keys
to
to winning
winning.
the game versus the Eagles. What are
What
the
are the three
keys to
keys
winning?
to winning the game versus the Eagles? Run the ball. You know, our kicker needs to be consistent, and defense have the game that we know that defense can have takeaways.
And
So
and also, now that I know sort of the Cowboys' weakness is, you can't let the quarterback be mobile.
yeah,
You can't let him get those first downs because I noticed that when you guys are letting Kyler kinda do his thing, it was, like, just the gassing and
gassing.
it was like yeah, because, when I it was kind of funny though because you see, who is it, Micah and Law, they're, like, freaking running around. They're that's tiring, bro. They're
Yep.
running a whole half circle in the run because you're trying to tackle them so that you're getting gassed quick, so
Who was it? Who was it? Oh, it was the Saints game. The Saints game when this guy, what's his name? The
the
Saints
quarterback,
quarterback,
uh,
not
Taysom?
Taysom.
Taysom Hill?
Did you see he kept running on us, and I was just like, we ended up winning that game, but man,
Yeah.
I thought we were going down that game because he was just running and running, and I wasn't yelling at the TV, hit him, goddamn, hit his ass, because they were just this dude was just running like nothing up the middle. I think he hurdled the guy, he hurdled one of our guys. He was like, come on, man, So he was running on us.
Alright, Mando, so this is what we'll do, maybe we can, we'll do another, shoot, we might be playing each other, so we'll see what's up, and maybe we can do another quick one, um, and then we'll do follow-ups, man, win or lose or whatever, um, let's do this playoff thing, you're always welcome to the show and everything,
Appreciate
and,
that, big dog. Appreciate that. I appreciate you having me on. I know it was a quick notice one.
yeah,
I didn't even get to drop a TikTok or nothing, but I appreciate that. You
okay, yeah,
showing
yeah.
some love.
I know it was kind of like I was like, "Man, we're not even playing, guys," and I think you guys play maybe a half, so I was like, "Eh," but maybe next week, maybe it is on, and we're gonna have to prepare for battle and war.
Yeah,
I mean, either way, we're gonna have to prepare for battle, whatever team it is. But I just hope that I want to see some good football. I don't want the 19 coming down and kind of ruining football because
right,
it takes a long time to wait for the football season, and dude, this is it, bro. The season's over. Like tomorrow, the season is over, and the next is playoffs, bro. It's like that fast, and the Super Bowl will be here before we know it.
well, we know it, man.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy. It's crazy to think that we wait so long and we're already at the last season, last week of regular season football.
yeah, appreciate you, Dizer, man.
Grandizer, I
Telling
know I was reading one of his comments. So real
yeah,
quick, Grandizer, let me answer your question. How did I become a Cowboys fan?
all
I
right,
was born into it. My godfather, rest in peace, he passed away. I just remember being little and he would watch Cowboy games and I would sit with him and watch Cowboy games and I was born into it. And I'm talking about 80s. So, I think how many jerseys do I have right now? I have five jerseys. I have five jerseys, and I have a bunch of shirts and the chains. Who is my best all-time Cowboy? Emmitt Smith. Till this day, the all-time leading rusher. And I don't think that record will ever be broken, man. The Emmitt Smith
yeah,
record.
yeah. I was close. Zeke was almost close though, right? Well, he was almost close.
No, I think you know who the closest one was? Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah, yeah, Adrian. Yeah. Um. So yeah, man. So we'll keep in touch and make sure the family, hold keep doing your thing out there. You know
Likewise,
who it
brother.
is,
Likewise.
and hey, we'll see what we'll maybe we'll do something maybe something funny. Well, Hopefully, no injuries. Hopefully, something funny happens. Maybe a freaking black cat goes across the field or something.
Right, right.
I don't know.
We'll have something to talk about.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe the benches. I think you guys brought your own benches again. I don't know what to do. All of a sudden, we're a $1 billion company, and all of a sudden, these stadiums don't have the right benches anymore.
Benches, right?
It's like we're bringing
Or
in.
the
It's
or
like
the or the stadiums fall apart.
bring your own beer night, bring your own couches.
BYOB, bring your
Yeah,
own
I'm
bench,
pretty sure we're gonna bring our own beer to the stadiums. I guess I don't know.
right?
They're cutting corners here. Right.
Real quick. So whoever's here on my TikTok live, y'all make sure y'all check out my boy Birdman underscore 951. He's on YouTube. He's on TikTok. Y'all check him out. Much love, Birdman. I appreciate you always, man. You know,
Appreciate you. All right, guys. Till the next time, we'll see. Go Birds and he, go Cowboys. Take it easy on us. Don't
all
no
right, big
cheap
dog.
shots.
Peace out, big dog.